Dear governmental colleagues, dear board members of AI SPL Brussels and the Gaia-X Hub Austria, dear experts from the digital industry, and dear participants. To be honest, exactly on that stage in these locations 11 months ago, I held my first speech as the Secretary of State for Digitalization, and I had no clue what Gaia-X is. And right now I could start with phrases like data is the new oil, or that's all about digital sovereignty of Europe. But first I know, and I'm sure you all heard that about hundreds of times, and secondly, you know that even better than me. So please allow me to highlight the background of this great European vision. The word digitalization is a borrowing from my mother tongue, German. It describes a very important process which is taking place right now all over the world. And is maybe the biggest transformation we've ever seen on our planet. It's a complete change in our daily way of life that has completely transferred the areas of human activity. And we all know development comes in phases. When a lot of things are working out, new innovations take place. So for example, 4 decades ago, we had a total transformation of our telecommunication networks. In Austria and all over the world, we invested huge amounts in laying fiber and providing high-quality mobile networks. In the second phase, digitalization relates to data processing and storage. Not long ago, the majority of companies operated servers and IT applications in-house. Today, cloud computing is clearly the #1 delivery tool. And a few years ago, the third phase started, where data is becoming as important as labor and raw materials, sometimes even more important. Data is now the new basis for economic competitiveness. But we all know through history, every big change leads also to big reactions. In the beginning, only big companies or the military used these computers and IT infrastructures. With the development of personal computers, IT became part of our daily life. And with the World Wide Web, digitalization continued to follow this trend and became an important tool for everyone and every time. And in the last years, social media led to a loss of control over data and information. This information flows in many industries as well as in every country. At the same time, and maybe that's one of the problems, we have not developed a security awareness of our society and of our people. We are totally lagging behind in digital skills, Austria as well as the whole world. And at the same time, American and Chinese providers set the standards for the digital world. Europe was lagging behind again. This created a very difficult dominance and monopolies. Europe has to focus now on shaping our own digital world according to our rules and that's very important for me, according also to our values. We have to get to a human-centric approach because that's what European values are all about. And that brings me to the subject of Gaia-X. In 2019, in Germany, shortly thereafter in France, a vision was born of establishing data sovereignty for Europe. Now, almost 3 years later, this became a multi-layered ecosystem as we see today at this conference. Gaia-X provides the organizational, legal, and technical requirements and leads us to an implementation of data interoperability on a pan-European level. Gaia-X guarantees compliance regarding European law and regulations, and Gaia-X creates new incentives for innovation and cooperation by designing lighthouse projects. To conclude, our entire ability to do business in the future will depend on access to data. Without access to data, there will be less prosperity in Europe. Gaia-X and the establishment of a European data ecosystem is important to enable future generations in Europe the same prosperity we have today. I wish you all an exciting talks and discussions at this event, and thank you very much for your attention.